All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know what I'm going to say? Tablet and pen time, ready to go, ready to begin. Tablet and pen, got to do this. Guess what? The goal is you have all kinds of good pieces. Make sure you got some stickies with you as well. You got good pieces. You got that job you probably hate. You get stuck all the time and your credit score sucks. In most cases, what do you do now? Let's get our magic wand. Wee! I'm going to be a credit repair company. Wee. All the way home. Actually, that doesn't actually work. Did you know credit repair is against federal law? Public record. I'm not here to be safe an attorney, but it's very simple. It says you cannot collect money up front unless you're basically a nonprofit at 501c3. This building here in Reynolds University is, but we don't do credit repair. I can rebuild you, but again, I understand. You're going to have a problem if you think you're going to rip off your creditors. You might have to negotiate a debt or two. Is that okay? If we play this game, because my magic wand's been broken and bent for years, doesn't work. I'll give you rules and tools. I'll teach you how to play. But the goal for me is structure. Structure is finance. Structure is finance. If I got the structure, I get the finance, I get the dream. Okay. What I've done for over 50 years, keeping a promise since I was 7, that's good. All right, we should always try to keep our promises as much as we can. My wife reminds me every day about promises. You promised to do this and that. All right, when we moved to our next basically place where we live today, I told her that's my last big promise, honey. I'll make you happy the rest of your life, but I haven't kept my promises. That's it. She reminds me, that's a promise. She's asked me to take her to Paris. She said, you promised to take me to Paris. I said, that's fantastic. I've taken you to Paris 19 times. Paris Lake on the boat. And she goes, what? Well, you said Paris. You didn't say what Paris. See, you see, she's trying to trick me. What we get to do is play the game. See, it's a game for me. Credit. Why? It's strategy. It's like playing chess, playing checkers. I love playing checkers with my son. It's fun because I block the moves in about 16, 17 moves, and I freeze the board almost every time. He said, why do you do that? It's easy. See, I've been a chess master, basically a checker master since I was about 13. I like games. I like to position myself. I like to win. I'm a sore loser. And you know, understand that? So let's look. Okay. Educational content only. Okay. Legal, not legal advice, tax, or financial services. The results may vary. It's very true. Hey, Mindy, how you doing today? Hey, John, how you doing? I love it. All right, he was going to say something nice. All right, we got Black King Fuck here. He's a client for years. Thank you for your word with me. Really appreciate that. Well, the reality is simple. You had to do something. I wanted to make sure I come through. You see, I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to screw up. I'm a sinner. I'm a pastor, but I'm a sinner. So I screw up all the time. You see, my son asked the other day, Daddy, how do you know what you're going to say? I said, I have no idea. See, when I get in front of a camera, in front of a crowd, I just let God speak to me. And that's what happens. So guess what? Today, we're going to pray for the world today and for our military as well. Send out your prayers for everybody. Again, what do? We want to make sure everybody's safe as much as they can. Now, the next thing we have to look at is this. This is really weird, okay? Let's think about this, okay? Let's think about controlling. Chaos, rules, tools. All I know is things have to be in order for me. They have to be in order, exactly. I look at my basement when I get, my little spot in my bathroom, that little sink I get, because my wife gets all the space. She always tells me I'm lucky to have any space at all. Okay, honey, no problem. But everything has to be right. They rub in alcohol, this and that, everything turned the right way. My daughter comes in there once in a while. She screws with me all the time. She moves it around on purpose. That's not nice. This is my only space I get. All right, that's simple. Leave it alone. This is my space. But again, that's what happens. So again, chaos. My wife, chaos. I didn't even want to go there. I go home and I close my eyes. I have to. From her outreach and her dogs and her zoo and all this silly thing she does every day. Luckily, I love her because guess what? I got to bite my tongue. I love longer a lot. Okay, rules and tools. The 800 score, it's not hard to get 800. But again, it's rules and tools. See, what we want to do is what? What are you going to do with your score? Come on, let's understand. You're probably between 75 and 20 years old. What are you going to do with that great score? What are you going to do? Well, the reality is most of you screwed up 4 or 5 times every couple of years. It doesn't just stop. See, your problem is your credit doesn't stop from being good or bad. It's good. It's fantastic. How long is it going to be good? 2 years. So we do this. Let's play this game. See, the problem if you didn't learn rules and tools, what you should have been able to understand is this graph in front of here is what you do your credit every day. You actually make your credit score go up and down all the time because you don't know what you're doing. I'm sorry to say, but it's true. You're a bunch of amateurs. Sorry. All right, you've been listening to friends and family. Oh, goody. Well, why don't you get some of my free books today and find out what you can do for yourself right away? I just make scores go up and away. I'd like you to write down a rapid rescore. There's a couple things that I created for TRW when I was a consultant in the late 70s. Well, I trained Yarborough as well. So it's very simple. Rapid refresh was created years ago. How about fast pay, quick pay? Let's write down fast pay, quick pay. See, it's in the system. It's the way it's been set up since TRW was started in the late 70s and 80s because I created fast pay, quick pay. So it's like anything we want to score to go up. The bottom line is you have to maintain a certain amount of credit limit. And what do you have? The balance of that, 25, 29% maybe. So rules and tools are simple. Here's your future, okay? Here's your future that you should focus on today because I think you've been screwing up. Sorry, this is what I think all the time. I think you have a problem. The difference is, let's look at this. What if today your score's up? It's going to go down again. What if, what if, what if? I'm a person that plans the problem, okay? I'm going to second guess myself and make sure I put pressure on myself because I always feel like I'm running out of time. Now, I got married 21 years ago this year in October. I've been married, all right, to the beautifulest woman in the world. She's everything I wanted. I didn't know what I wanted and needed at the same time. Here's my problem. If I get sued, they could sue her. If they sue her, they could sue me. But luckily, I planned they can't do that. A separate liability. Your problem today is you got life going good, fantastic, till it doesn't. Then your credit's good or it's bad. What do you do? See, if you don't plan the problem and plan what you're trying to do, you're going to have to bring the pain home every time you turn around. So what do? If I had a division, right now, and I had it basically for Bitcoin, what am I going to do? I'm not going to buy Bitcoin out of my pocket, my paycheck. That's called dumb. Do you know how many of you don't know what an SS5 is when you first meet me? It's like ridiculous. I don't get it. I don't understand. You're a man or a woman. It's called man up, woman up. It's an SS5 form. This is a form you or mommy filled out. You swore under penalty of perjury not to use for ID purposes your SSN, all right, not carry with you, use it or laminate it, but you keep doing it anyway because the world tells you to. See, this form tracks us, so we understand. We have an SS5 form with basically the IRS. This is an SSN, by the way. See, this is how they track us. We get a paycheck, it is taxed because when we got our job, we give them our SSN. That's how it happens. That's the beginning of the paycheck. It's taxed, we get the leftover. And then you go, now I'm taxing everything I did again and again and again. You're taxing everything because you don't understand how to play the game. But again, in the future, hopefully you'll listen to me and I teach you how to play because it's very simple. If we were to do tax balancing, okay, this is tax balancing. And understand one thing. On one side, we have the IRS, which is the meanies and the liars, okay? I think the IRS is full of crap. They lie all the time. They're bullies, okay? They actually blackmail people and just don't give a damn about anybody. That's just my opinion. You want to know how I really feel? Okay. So what happens is on this side over here, we have you. Here's you, okay? This is called tax balancing. Your problem is you're listening to a lot of people online today and you're going in and out. If you take the time and pay attention to me, I'll give you some ways to actually repackage yourself. So understand, I've been online or in person for 50 years so far. Monday through Friday, online or in person. 6 classes on Saturday and sometimes on Friday as well. I made a promise when I was 7. I've been trying to keep it as much as I can. Pandemic slowed me down. COVID slowed me down. So what do? We keep doing what we're supposed to do. So it's like when you look at this basically blueprint over here and this idea of what you want, what if we took our money today? What if you took your money? Come on. You took this blueprint. Here it is. Ray Reynolds auto income. What does this mean? If you were to take that 50,000 you pissed away, every one of you, 25,000, you could have bought a piece of something. You could have bought a car wash. I wrote one of the first books on car washes 47 years ago. A laundromat. Well, now you got my clients going, you need a laundromat car. No, you don't need it. You need to own the damn thing. You drive by the Wendy's restaurant. Hell, why don't you own it? See, here's your problem. You didn't have a vision enough to say, I should own that. You drove by your opportunity your whole damn life. What if we take, what if again, we want to do stock trading? Maybe we want to do what? Gold, silver, or Bitcoin. Problem you do, apartment complex. I got my first apartment complex in Fullerton, California, Paisley in the 80s, 117 units. I got to the point I was doing 2.2 billion in real estate by the time I was 26. Is that okay? 2.6 billion in real estate and structure, everything else by the time I was 26. See, it's not mine. It's not mine. It's not mine. It's a corporation, a structure. See, I'm not rich. I'm not dumb enough to say I'm rich. Only dumb people say that, and I'm not dumb at all. So what do we do? Well, first of all, you got a paycheck. Well, how much paycheck? Are you trying to get 64, 20, or $10,000. Okay. I didn't ask what you want. I asked what you need and to pay your bills. See, if you're going to have a paycheck, you're taxed. We know they're going to get their cut before you get their leftover. If you have a house payment and you have property tax, that tends to give you money back on your house payment up here because interest on that house is about 24 years of interest. You get to write it all off for 24 years. So when you hear clowns that go, don't buy a house, but I have houses, all right, basically don't do this, blah, 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 sell me the water. That's the biggest clown I see out there in the first place, confusing people. He wants to help people got money. What about the 97% of people don't know diddly squat? Your problem is you. So if I look at a piece here, auto income, 1987 had a problem. I've got 16 escrows closing daily because I created some things. First, I didn't want to pay franchise tax fees, so 85, 86, the division process. 87, I created the dashboard that allows tax ID for credit cards. 88, I got too many credit cards. 89, I created what? An assignment of mortgage. All this is timeline based around me and what I'm trying to create for myself, creating millions and billions. But the difference is when I had to do it, I got had approved by states as well for you. So what do? You play. Understand something right now, okay? SS5 equals SS10. Basically, what it creates? A 1040 tax return. This tax return is what you get to do in your paycheck. This is federal tax return. You might be in a state that doesn't have state tax, but you're still paying some tax. If we did tax balancing, we could actually get less tax, or they charge our tax, we get money back because we have a house payment. That would make sense. If we use some common sense, here's you, and here's your spouse too. Fantastic. There's two me's and you's. You became one. Fantastic. I love that. Under God's eyes, we became one when we got married and said, I do. The next thing is from now on, you don't say I do anything at all. You do not have joint anything, because if you do, that's called dumb. I'm sorry, when you buy a house, that's escrow, close, homestead, trust. Only one of you is the duck. Who wants to be the duck, honey? You or me? What's the sign for the loan? Escrow, close, homestead, trust. Escrow, close, homestead, which you probably don't know what the hell that is anyway. And then irrevocable trust, irrevocable trust. So you both control the trust. Now you got another problem. If you don't plan the problem, here's your problem. Every time an attorney or CPA gives you a contract and you see the word and, okay, I'd like you to do one thing. I want you to grab a pen. I want you to basically go, because that's called stupid. I'll say that on, it's called dumb. See, when I pass away 50 years from now, how's my wife going to sign my name? Because she can't. The word and tied us both to sign the paper. What if we're not around? See, there's a problem. You're going to take everything, anytime you see the word and, you can put or. You're going to put your initials right there. You're going to cross out right in front of that attorney, CPA, said, and say, hell no. See, your problem with you set yourself up for probate. Your parents did it for you and your family before you too. Probate sucks. Everybody wins is the court and those bloodsucker attorneys, but it's up to you. So you could play the game to win if you want to, but do you want to win? Sometimes I don't know if you want to win. You have the right to have a division of you. Can you write down division of you, please? Or you can write division of me if you want to, either way. Division of me, division of you, okay? I have a great client, his name's Eric. I just got off the phone with him, one of the coaching calls. Eric's problem when he's joined with me about a year and a half ago, he has a 613 score. Now he has a 750 and above. Understand what that means? So he's one of the success stories this week. We have lots of them. That's why we're coming out with our newsletter that we had before. But the problem with Eric is he had some problems. One of the things, he paid collections years ago and it won't go away. So I had to change his address. See, an address change can actually make things go away if you know what you're doing. Sometimes it'll catch up with you, but the difference is it buys time. What happens when we have an old blank day or week, month or year? We need to buy time. Time is what's hurting us. Time is what's killing us. Time is what everything is around us. And we're running out of time, See, I've been feeling like I'm running out of time since the dad was born in that damn taxi. If we buy time, the score goes up and away. Green lights, green lights. Why do I want green lights? Because I need to readjust the debt to ratio because your credit sucks. Most of your debt to ratios suck. They're terrible. But again, you tend to listen to what I call circus clowns out there anyway. It's up to you. So if I'm going to get a goodie, I'm going to get a goodie. Let's write down goodie. The goodie is I can own a piece of a Wendy's restaurant. I can own a car wash, but I don't want to run the damn thing. I can have an apartment complex managed by a management company, storage unit, all right, stock, silver, gold, Bitcoin, whatever it might be. So I could create a way to have an income, and all I have to do is spend a little bit of money. See, you have, actually every one of you You have pissed away 25,000, 100,000 in your life so far, and that sucks because you drove by your opportunity every day. See, I don't care. As a matter of fact, when I came to Lynn with Randy in the back, he would sell her a couple $100 a week, every week, until he got to enough money in the program, and that's what he did. See, the excuse is, I can't afford it. No, your excuse is you won't get off your asses and go get it. You're the biggest excuse you have today. You see, like the LLC, LLPC, Corp, whatever you have, PC. We're going to break that down as well. So if you want the goodie, it's right there. But if you don't repackage you and come up with the blueprint, you're never going to learn how to do it anyway. Sorry. So an SS4. Now let's write down SS4. Okay. This is a universal form for here, here, and here. So the S is 4. See, you cannot be joint in credit ever. Being joint is called dumb. Lose the house? Fantastic, honey. We lost our house. They reported to the IRS as a 1099-C. Now you got crappy credit and an IRS problem. See, if you don't plan the problem, it's going to kick your assets. Oh, honey, we drove a car. I bumped someone's car at Sam's Club today, and they sued me, and they're going to sue you. Wow, isn't that fun? Simple. I don't get it. I don't understand dumb. Sorry to say, I don't understand dumb. I think we're not dumb. I think we do dumb. That's just my opinion. See, a car has a registered owner, okay? So here's a car situation. If you don't plan the problem, you got to realize the number one lawsuit today in this world happens to be an auto accident and a bumpity bump. Because you keep bumping someone's car. Now, I'm going to knock on wood. I've never had a ticket in my life. Isn't that fun? And I've dropped Lamborghinis, Ferraris since I was about 15. Bum, bum, bum. Simple. My wife, that's another story. Okay? She got a ticket for taking a picture of a police officer while she was parked at the stop sign. You're not supposed to do that. She had a ticket for trying to sell or give away a dog at the beach. She does this outreach. She saves everybody she can, which is good. But again, she's got the nature. Now, let's watch. Come on. We're going to think about what we can do today. Okay? So first of all right, you wrote down what? Quick pay, fast pay, quick pay. Hope you did that. The difference is we're going to write down rapid rescore. Now, the phone number to this office here, you need to put it in your forehead backwards or something. 800-254-9506. You have specialists I work with every day trying to coach them to help you as well. Then they come to me and ask me 1,000 questions. I don't know why you didn't reach your goal, to be honest with you. I got my first $1 million structure. I was 15. I invented Car Finder. Simple. It's a silly product. I am filing a patent. They wrote me a check because that's what I wanted to do. And that's what I did. And I got a couple bucks for the rest of my life doing other things from them as well. When I created this system, it was very simple. I was just telling people what I did for myself. This is called winning the game of business. I put the first series of this in 1976. Now, I tested out at T-Wicker Junior High. All right, went to West Coast College part-time. By the way, driving a Lamborghini Countach. What did I do? I had a race car too. I had a road motorcycle. Oh, goody. Why didn't you create what you needed to? I don't know. Okay. I wanted it bad enough. That's just the difference for me and you. I wanted it bad enough, and that's what I went to go get the goodie. I called everything goodie. There's me in 1981. I didn't give up. I got this accident as a coma when I was 7 years old. I promised God, basically, if you let me walk again, I'll help people the rest of my life. That's why I've been doing this for 50 years. This isn't from you. I'm keeping my promise to God, my Savior, Jesus Christ. Have nothing to do with you. You just get to benefit from the knowledge he gave me if you want to. And if you don't want to, then go away. It's that simple. I like that. There's me in 1981. That's the fastest and highest kick on planet Earth at the time. It's only 13 feet. Do you like goodies? I like goodies. See, I had a problem. When I was 8 years old, I got to live with Mrs. Hope, the she devil from hell. I sold seeds, clackers, mowed yards all weekend. I came home to count my $52. $52. Hey, $50. She grabs my money. I'm 8.5 years old. You're going to pay rent. What? You're getting money from the state and everything else you're doing, you bloodsucker. I'm paying rent? What do? See, I knew one thing as a little kid. I went to the library all the time. I'd hide at the library. Say, raised at the library, hiding out. I'm reading books. I want out of hell. I figured the only way to get out of hell, because you don't get a real mommy and daddy, is to basically understand how it works. That was me. So I went to the library even then. I found I bonds, double E bonds, treasury bonds. All right, that was important, those bonds, okay? How can I protect the money so you couldn't steal my money? Every goodie to me is very simple. Every goodie you want today has liability. And you seem to want to be a duck and a sheep. That's up to you. So what do? Let's pretend you're going to listen 110%. Okay, LLC, fantastic. There are 9 kinds of LLC. You see that basically the sole proprietor became an LLC. That's how they looked at it. So that's why it's called limited liability company. The difference is also it's classified as a corporation in the Supreme Court book, but it's up to you to argue that point too. LLP. Okay. Maybe you have an S Corp or a C Corp. All right, let's look at those. Maybe you have a nonprofit. Maybe you have a PC, it is professional corp. So these are the categories that Supreme Court said is a legal person. Which one do you have today? Okay. Now, whatever you have today, in 1984, I created a division process. So here we're going to have a box, and what I write, you should be writing. If you're not writing, you're never going to learn a damn thing, because the problem, you're just watching me instead. Okay, write so your brain records it. There's 4, here's 5, here's 6, here's 7, here's 8, here's 9. So what am I doing? I am creating a line of defense, because the problem with our lives is there's always blanky blank that happens. Oh, blank, guess what? I brought the pain home, honey. I lost my job. Oh, blank, I bumped someone's car. They're going to sue us both and lose everything we got. Oh, blanky, blanky, blank. There's your problem. See, every good you ever got's a division. It used to be corporate-owned corporation like banks and grocery stores too, but I got tired of that. So when they wanted to charge me up to $1.2 million for division process. No, for every damn corporation I have, franchise tax fee. You like goodies? That's the largest U-Dock in Huntington Harbor. My dock at the time when I took out my yacht to watch the fireworks. Where you park your yacht? See, I'm the most verified person you can find on planet Earth. I'm not full of crap. Unfortunately, there's a lot of crap out there. Go, I look at my Lamborghini. Hey, do you have $100 million in the bank? Do you ever make enough money to pay for a Lamborghini, or do you just rent it for the hour? See, that's the thing you gotta look at. Okay, so goody. What do we do today? Okay, let's think. You have 3 houses in your LLC. Fantastic. I love that. When they sue one, they sue you. There you go. If someone tells you it's not true, tell me one thing. When they sue the LLC that's on Secretary of State's website, who do they name in the lawsuit to respond to it? You. Or it could be registered agent, or you're the registered agent. They're going to name you anyway. Now, by the way, you're married. Oh, good. So your spouse is going to be tied into as well. Hey, if I sued your corporation LLC, I'd be suing you and your spouse and everything you got, do an asset check. I'd freeze your assets before you can say boo, because I want to win, but that's just what it is. So I don't want to do that. So what happens? You got to understand, this is how I think. What if? So the LLC is online. Most of you use your home address. That's called dumb, because they're selling you a mailing list. It's like ridiculous. You name the LLC after you. Congratulations, that's dumb number 1. You name what it does, dumb number 2. It actually does business, dumb number 3. See, there's a problem. All right, the LLP, that's nice, okay? The C Corp. The C Corp is double taxed. Oh, then there and here all these silly ding-dongs. Well, you're going to have to pay that 15.3% of employment tax. Don't do that. Pull a draw. You're going to pay tax no matter what you do in this world, no matter what, corporations or person. It's up to you. How much tax you pay is based on tax balancing. Remember, did you get money back on your tax return if you had a paycheck? House payment tends to help you do that too, right? If all of a sudden we look at this, we put an M in the box. If that was truly a management company, you're managing divisions. Each division has their own credit file because I set it up that way in 1984. So if I have $1 million of credit here, or 100,000 here, I can multiply it times 9 more, which equals $1 million of credit across the board. So I can play the game to win. It's a chess game. That's what I play. I like to play chess. All right, so what do? C Corp is double taxed, so it has to be an S Corp. The LLC actually should be an S Corp as well, because I said so. That's just my opinion. Do whatever you damn well please. You will anyway. I can only make you a millionaire or billionaire, but that's okay. I can't make you a trillionaire because I haven't done that myself yet. I can only tell you what I can do if I done it for myself. Is that okay? But I've done it for myself. Would you like to learn? Would you like to play? Would you like to do it my way? Because your way sucks. Isn't that terrible? Rags to riches. Oh, boo-hoo. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a damn. Hey, I never thought they'd give a damn. Simple. Me, I got in an accident as a kid. I was 7 years old. I could do what they actually people do and do it in watch 5 minutes. I could watch what people are doing for 5 minutes and do it better than them. Used to piss people off all the time. What do you do? Well, I watched in Delane Street in Torrance, and we watched Ronnie and Donnie across the street. And Bert and Bart, by the way, there's double twins, okay? They had their bicycles across the street. And when I asked, could I ride one? Could I try it, please? She didn't have a bicycle. Bart said, hey, sure, give it a try. Okay, thank you. I didn't look long enough to see where the brake was. That was my problem. That was my stupidity. So I basically was riding, hey, it's good. Instant, boom, that was just me. I used to piss people off all the time because guess what? I could do it and they couldn't. Well, the reality is very simple, okay? There's a hill on Delane Street. I ended up going 42 miles an hour. I didn't know where the brake was. My face was the brake. Ah. All the teeth went, ah. I was a bloody mess. Ah, all over the place. Okay. Well, I remember in the coma I was in, I'm hearing these two people argue about $20. See, it was $20 for the porcelain tooth, or you just get the silver tooth. Well, this is broken in half, so they got me the silver tooth because they say they're $20. See, I was always told I'm a piece of what? Okay, this is just crappy people. What can you say? Okay, again, this is how it works. Unfortunately, this is a nightmare as a kid. So I made a promise. Understand? When I finally came out of the coma, I'm on the couch, and this is Dee, their maid. Dee's an alcoholic. They don't realize it as well. They should have. She's an alcoholic. So she says if I ring the bell because I'm crippled, all right, she'll take me pee-pee. That was a nice thing. She'll come take me pee-pee. You're crippled, little boy. You can't walk. That was nice. All right. She's out having a cigarette at the pool. Simple. I'm ringing the bell. Ring the bell. All I could do is understand. I would pray to God. All I could say to God is, help me, please, help me. Okay. And the bottom line is, let me walk, please. Whatever it is, I can walk. Please. I'm begging God. Okay. I rolled off the couch. I grabbed this ugly orange shag carpet to the pee-pee. I got to the pee-pee. I walked back to the couch. It freaked them all out. God heals. God answers prayers. Got it so far? I made a promise during I'm crawling on my belly. I'll help people. The rest of my life, I'll dedicate myself to help people as long as you can walk again. That's what I did. So that's the only reason I'm here, keeping a promise. I'm not here for you. I'm here because I made a promise. If you want to take the knowledge and go with it, fantastic. Ever since then, I get dreams and I get visions all the time. So I made my promise to God, not to you, made my promise to him. The difference is simple. So I'm keeping my promise to help people. Listen, learn, it's up to you. But again, I came corporate millionaire to billionaire structure over the years. And that's why I could run and jump so damn high, because he gave me the ability like a spring. This we kick at the lights out. What do? You're going to have to fight through the pain. It's not easy. You get knocked down, get your butt up again. Don't have a whiny baby attitude. Don't blame everybody else because it's not everybody else's fault. You're in charge of you. Man up, woman up. It's what you have to do. You're going to get knocked down 1,000 times. You better damn well basically plan the problem. Plan the problem. Fall off, get back on. It's like anything else. Living to that book is impossible. Being a Christian's way of life, not a moment at a time, it's impossible for me. I try to do my best, let God do the rest. Amen to that too. So again, have fun, okay? I could jump and kick the lights out. It's only 13 feet. Okay, no problem. You see that yacht there in my backyard? I took it out July 4th, 2009. I got to go in a coma. I guess I was slowing down helping people as much as I was. I thought it was done. No. God said I wasn't done. So guess I got to die. Kind of sucks. What do you have next? We get to play the game to win. Okay, well, this is making noise here. Let me unplug it. Stop it. Okay, I'm going to throw it to bomb. All right, go throw it out the window. Okay. So here, look at the Lamborghini Countach. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the LP640. Here's the key. See, I'm sorry, but I'm not dumb enough to buy it in my name. I'm not dumb enough to put it into a corporation because that'd be dumb. They sue the corporate, still sue me. I'm not a dumb person. I'm kind of smart. I have a couple of problems. Number one, my IQ is off the chart. I've got recall on most things. I rhyme all the time, and I basically stutter once in a while too. If you can put over that, guess what we get to do? We get to play my way because your way sucks. You like goodies? I like goodies. Every goodie became a division of a corporation. Wow. See, I had a problem in 1984. In 1984, I am the king of satellite television, manufactured, shipping, and installation worldwide. Wow, making millions and billions. Oh, it's fun. It's not me. It's just a corporation. You know what's really weird? Okay. See, Jesus is not a drive-through. One of my websites. I think people think he is. It's ridiculous, don't you think? But what do? As a grown-up to come and say, how you doing, little boy? My answer was always good. Thank you, Jesus. Why? They leave me alone. So I don't like people. Most of the time they're just using and abusing. So I thought they suck. That's just me telling you the truth. What do? God, family, money. God, family, money. Family is husband and wife become one. Okay. What do we do next? Here's the timeline what I've done to try to help people for 50 years. Every Monday through Friday, I'm online at 3:15 in the morning and 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Simple. I've been on that way for 50 years so far, at least one of those times a day. Saturday, I get 6 classes. Saturday, it's packed and having fun. And this is my 15th week on TikTok and social media. And I have over 50,000 followers so far. I'm just having fun. I had to make a decision, want to do this all the time because why? I don't like about 20% on social media. I think they're all full of crap. I like Ben. He calls people out. Ben calls people out every day. Or they, this nice looking dude, he's a bodybuilder, some crap. He talks about law and how to, I can basically write off my chef that comes to my house as long as I've invited a friend. That's called stupid. It's a lie. I can write off my hair. Baloney. I can write off the Rolex. Baloney. See, this is so much full of crap. And unfortunately, some of you follow the bouncing ball. So let's understand. Procrastination is a killer of a dream. 90% of you today will procrastinate and go, because you won't get off your assets and go get it. That's your own damn fault. You're not willing to do it because what did you do? You got ripped off for friends and family. You got knocked down a couple of times. Kind of sucks. What if you could go get the gold, and the goodies? What if you could roll the dice, give it a hell of a try, and you don't lose at all? You don't lose. Your problem is you're going to lose because you don't have your foundation set up. You're a duck and a sheep. Why don't we repackage you and your family? Would that be okay? If I repackage you my way? Because I think your way sucks, just the truth. We're going to create this blueprint for you, okay? This is a sample blueprint. If you like, I'll do one with you personally, with your partner of life on the phone for an hour plus. If you want to. Yes, I'm going to charge a fee for it, okay? I'm doing enough free. Don't you think enough free? Free. I'll teach you to do everything yourself. You do it. If not, we do it. I do it. Simple. But then what do? We focus on chapter 18. See, I've been studying the law in county since I could walk. See, Mrs. Hope read a book when I was a little boy. Okay, simple. Green eggs on ham, blah, blah, blah. I could repeat the book without looking at the book. And she goes, where are you from? You're from another planet. You call me dumb or a piece of crap all the time. Let's look. What does it say? That the LLC, LLP, C Corp, S Corp, nonprofit, PC is a legal person. It's right there. It's right there. It's right there. It's a legal what? So if it's online and they sue this, they'll probably sue you. Congratulations. You're a duck and a sheep. If you do it my way, you got to realize one thing. I learned at 7.5 years old not to be a duck and sheep. All I had to do is go to the library. She was rude as well. Here's a Mike 15th book. That's what she said. It says may sue or be sued. Common sense. Okay. What if? And it says not required to file fictitious business name under 17983. Okay, no problem. So the lie. I believe you're lying to yourself. The world's lying to you too. Oh, you can get this LLC here and click here's to good protect your family. Well, first, I need 5 LLCs. No, you don't. You don't need 5 anythings. Unfortunately, what you don't realize is you need 1 LLC or C Corp or whatever with division process. The line of defense. Thank you. That's great. So what do we do? Today, online, I watched 19 people say you can bankrupt your LLC or corporation. Fantastic. Bankrupt and start a new one. That's what they said. Isn't that RICO or racketeering or wire fraud? I think that's against the law. What do you think? But I think it's wrong to do that. But that's the wrong thought. Okay, what if? What if you signed the lease of the building, the car, the credit card, and you bankrupt the LLC or C Corp, whatever you got? What are they going to do? Come get you anyway. See, you guaranteed for things. You can be in you. I think being you sucks. Sorry. See, my wife and I have one thing in common. My wife has 4 divisions of me. I have 3. Okay. Now understand, you can sponsor race cars, boats, and motorcycles. I've done that all my life too. The number 8 is my lucky number because I was born on the 8th. 8 and 0, infinity to beyond, by the way. What do? We play the game to win. So if we want to, let's watch what happens next. If you had those 3 houses and you had houses, what would you put them in a division for? Well, the division gives me the line of defense. If I had an apartment complex, line of defense. If I had my Shakey's Pizza, line of defense. My 31 flavor ice cream, 31 line of defense. My Subways, okay, I did that too. So everything you do on piece of property, anything else, maybe you want to do Bitcoin. How about gold? How about silver? How about stock trading? Okay. So the stock trading. Okay. What if everything was a division, the line of defense? Now, your problem what you have today is money. So you don't have any money. If you do, you're going to piss away anyway, your paycheck. Your paycheck is going to have a problem because why? You know, you get taxes, you're taxed again and again. If we took corporate credit, for instance, these are checkbook monies. These are my 4 favorite banks to get one up to 150 per entity. So if I did that basically, per entity, that's about 600,000. What if I took basically American Express? I use my wife's cars as an example. See, they don't fluctuate. What do they? Write it down. They don't fluctuate. So American Express up to $100,000, up to $1 million unlimited. What I understand. American Express is a pain in the ass set. They named it after Blueprint Loan after me because Blueprint of Success me. Dummy card I use dummy code. So anytime you use a card past $25,000 to $100,000, they put you under review. Then they shrink your limit if you don't have the money in the bank anyway. So if you don't play the game the right way, they're going to kind of kick you in the shins. So we get to play the game to win. Is that okay? We play my way? See, I think your way kind of sucks. Is it all right? If we play to win the game, I think we should win the game, shouldn't you? Do you want to win or lose? Right now, I think you're setting yourself up to be a duck and a sheep. So let's understand. One of my college professors a long time ago, I debated him in front of the whole class. It was funny. It was funny and fun at the same time. I asked him a basic question. When did an LLC, C Corp, or S Corp grow hands? When did it grow hands? What do you mean grow hands? See, here's the problem. When I sign something under my name, Ray Reynolds, I have a Ray Reynolds division, okay? So everything I do for me is I have a division known as Ray Reynolds right here. So Ray Reynolds here, I have 3 of these, by the way. Ray Reynolds, use them all the time. Any contract I sign, I'm signing a division of me because I'm allowed to use SS4. My wife has 4 of these, okay? Why? Because she has 2 last names, my name and her last name. That's how it works. So what do? We go over here and you decide to have a division of me. Can write down division of me. Kind of like we were writing over here, but I don't want to do it here because that sucks. You having a division of yourself is a duck and a sheep. Why? Because if they screw it, they still get you anyway. If we have a division of me, under a corporate structure, public record is under what? Division process, what do? What we, first of all, we'd want to put in the box there, I would say basically put a C for contracts. That's contracts. I would say basically supply equals cash credit. I would say cash credit. You see, in 1987, not even before, 1987, I set up the dashboard that allows tax ID on applications. I set that up when I'm training Yarborough in the 70s and 80s. I'm the one who came up with the oldest credit card. I also came up with fluctuation rule of 29%. That's why you need a sticky. So rules and tools. Since they didn't have them, I got to be the consultant, set them up anyway. Is that okay? So this was set up under tax ID based on them. So what do? You sign it for something. I'm sorry, you're a duck and a sheep. Today, you listen to silly people. Sorry, that's the only way I can say it. Silly people. For instance, okay, I call him Howdy Doody. Okay, why? Because he's out there saying, sell your car to an irrevocable trust. Irrevocable trust holds all your assets. The moment you sold your car, it says even to the DMV, this is the dumbest thing I ever saw in my life. What happens is very simple. If you're in a bumpity bump and the DMV, as you register the irrevocable trust as a registered owner, they basically sue the registered owner, which is the irrevocable trust. You just set yourself up to be a lawsuit to take all your goodies away. I think that's dumb, in my opinion. But again, what do we say? Now, he didn't buy my books. Grant bought my books. Okay, Ryan Alexander bought my books. He's out there teaching about 20% I teach every day. I don't agree with some of those things. That's okay. But he tends to show this card for $950,000. That's a lie. He lost it 3 years ago. They took it away from him. You see, there's the goal. See, if you ever tried to use it anyway, they would have put him for review. And if you can't verify $100,000 in and out of the bank account, they're not going to give it to you anyway. See, I have real cards like this, real cards. But again, real cards. Let's see. Here's about 62 million on my dashboard. I'm one of those guys that's not full of crap, dealing with a lot of people that are. So what happens for you? If you don't have credit card, we're not going to get an authorized user card. We're not going to do what? A secured card. That's crap. I would rather get you a card using my credit history for you. So that makes more sense. You get your own card. I don't believe in secure credit cards at all. But if you had to, you want to do it on your own? All right, they're all pointing to Capital One. That's called crap. Crap. Why is it crap? It's very simple. Capital One, all right, is an inquiry. If any card you had to get Open Sky is Capital Bank. There's no inquiry. That's the goal to happen, no inquiry. Don't go in the opposite. Your problem is you're in the up and down show. You got to stop that. Your lack of knowledge is what's bringing the pain home all the time. Why would you bring the pain home when you don't have to? The reality is, how do you get some help to help you? How do you learn to play the game? You learn to win. But again, there's knowledge. Knowledge is power. Most people say that they're full of crap. I love Ben because he's calling everybody out all this time. Well, write off the Rolex. No, you can't. Even Grant said you can't. It's not true. You can't write it off. See, there's going to be tax no matter what. When he said there's no tax because of what he does it, that's crap. Every building has tax. Every house has tax. Corporations pay tax when they make too much money. Borrow money not taxable. Corporations don't pay tax till they're profitable. See, what they're talking about to the people who are doing 5 to 10 million plus. We got to get to the 97% haven't made it yet. Why don't we rebuild everybody we can? Would that be okay? So who signed it? Who signed the bank account, the lease of the building, the car, the credit card, and the loan? Who signed it? You. You're what? You're the managing member. You have the certificate of ownership in your possession. I think you're a duck and a sheep, but that's just my opinion. So who signed it? There's no hands. Now listen carefully. A division of me, you now can sign as that because it's tax ID. Your LLC grew hands. Your LLP, your C Corp, your nonprofit, your PC. But again, if you don't do that, then do it on your own. Good luck with that. So if you don't have a corporation right now, I'll give it to you for free if that's okay. Would you like it free? It's simple. It's in the link tree. There we go. There it is. I would say get a nonprofit and a profit corporation, get both simultaneously. The nonprofit I did when I was 9.5 is now, instead of $10, it's $30. So it's in the link tree if you want to play. Again, I just want to change your life. Is that okay? See, the problem we have right now is you broke your promise to yourself and your family. New Year's resolution. House, again, house. House is escrow, closed, homestead, trust. We never both put ourselves on the loan because it makes no sense. It's a married person selling separate property, in my opinion. But again, you do what you want to do. Car, always a division. See, here's our problem today. If your car is registered to you, that's dumb, number one. What I'd tell you to do is change it and change it to a registered owner of a division. So you change this to here, not at the DMV to an irrevocable trust. That makes no sense. Now, your driver's license, insurance, registration probably have your home address on it. I'd tell you to change that too under the Privacy Act, but it's up to you. You do whatever you want to do. It's your choice. If you had a division of you, it's a division of me, you could sign things here, here, and here in the future. You could actually quit being you because being you most of the time suck. You bring the pain home. But again, it's like the goodies. The goodies, again, what do? Race boats, cars, all in a corporation. Yeah, but you still pay some tax. You can't avoid tax. It's not possible. But again, how much tax we can do tax balancing as much as we can. That would be the ultimate goal as we play the game to win. So I'm going to look at We the People. All right, chapter 18. What did it say? Legal person? These entities are a legal person. Okay. If I do business and I sign for the bank account and everything else, sign for the lease, that means I'm basically being a duck and a sheep. You got other ones out there. I'm an attorney. I'm going to do this and that. Okay. Explain to me, Mr. Attorney or Miss Attorney, especially the new one with the black glasses. I've been in practice law for 30 years. You get a foreign corp code in Nevada, Wyoming, and then you qualified over here. The moment you qualify, you just pierced it. Did you not know that? In my opinion. But again, all right, who signs the building? You. Who guarantees the credit? You. So the bottom line is the corporation was structured, in my opinion, to receive money and not pay tax. It was profitable. See, the corporation shouldn't do business, in my opinion. I would have a division process. Division makes sense. That's how you should play the game to win, in my opinion. Do whatever you want to. You will anyway. All I do is tell you, I got my first million in the bank as a kid. I came out there simple, winning the game of business in 1976, and I kept updating it. I was at the Bonaventure every Wednesday night, Tuesdays Orange County, Thursdays Ontario, and Long Beach Marriott. I did this for over 32 years, being the second largest advertiser in California. So I've been helping people for 50 years. So you can listen and learn or go away. It's up to you. Listen and learn, do it my way or go away. Simple. I like to teach you to become a corporate millionaire if you want to, but it's up to you. What do? Quit guaranteeing crap because you don't have to, but you did you. So guess what? So winning the game of business, in the book, it says basically years ago, cash flow, future time, financial freedom. I own the rights of that as well. Someone else tries to use it. What else is new? 76 and 95, because again, I don't want to pay franchise tax fee. I went to Sacramento. They gave me the ability to create a form. That was very simple. See, when you have all these corporations in California want franchise tax fee, 800 to $1,000, just to say you have a piece of paper. It's up to $1.2 million. No, thank you. I want division process. I developed something called the Millionaires Founders Kit. It's been out there for like 30 plus years. What did I do? I wanted to book per month, all right, for 12 months to have the 1,000 steps and rules and tools. If you ever want the 1,000 steps to millionaire, it's very simple. It's in 12 books, CDs, and you pay attention and you just go through the process. I wrote it for dummies, by the way. That was actually taken. I couldn't use it for dummies. I wanted to write it for that. I do something new, I feel dumb. That's how it works. Okay, dummies. So if we have this Millionaires Founders Kit, from anywhere from reaching the finish line, goal setting, nonprofit, profit, corporation, application, Dun & Bradstreet, every piece, every book. Okay, what do we do? Well, it's simple. I sold it at the bottom of these events for 32 years for $5,000 a set. I had one of the number of infomercials on the planet, if you don't know that as well. I'm just having fun making some money. Now, today, you can get in the link tree for about $500. It's simple. It's $500 on the link tree. There you go. So it's up to you. $500 is that you can scan it in the link tree. There you go. You can actually become an affiliate if you want to in the link tree as well. What do we do? So it's about $500. Now, we're basically trying to consolidate an address in a warehouse. So what do we do? If I can ship it from the location, I don't have to move it. Got it so far? I can save some money. And that's the ultimate goal, is so you can save some money or make money. It's the goal, okay? If you did it this way today, I would say if you use Zelle now, during the podcast, that is going to be giving you $299. Full blueprint of what? The blueprint of success. But in my info commercials, don't worry. Wait, there's more. We're having fun back then too. All right. So if you want that, it's up to you. Now, in the link tree, it's very simple. I would like you to receive a bunch of goodies. Is that okay? I've written over 67 books so far. Again, what I'd like you to do is get the book for the kids. It's called Starting Out Right. This book is for the kids, and what you ought to do is get it downloaded for them, high school and college, and get a copy for yourself. I go to schools all the time and I pass this out. We're going to an event on the 11th. We're going to give the kids $100 just to pass out. Because what? We want them to understand rules and tools. Unfortunately, they didn't teach these things for you in high school or college or no matter what. Even to this day, you're trying to figure it out. Well, it's pretty simple. I've been teaching and preaching for 50 years since I helped set up the credit system in the first place. So let's go back in time. Ken Yarbo and I, in 87, we wrote a book called New Fire. I didn't like it. I felt Ken wanted to fib a little. But again, all the back of the books would show the highest kick on the planet, one of the cars in the 21 car collection, one of the mansions, one of the yachts. Hell, why not? So that was the goal. Simple. But I didn't want the file segregation book out there. So I first turned it into red, simple. Then I turned it into a chess game. Because that's what we're going to play, right? The chess. So today, if you want, it's up to you. You can spend $50 or you can download Winning the Credit Game for free. I don't believe in credit repair because it's actually against federal law, Public Record Fair Credit Reporting Act. We do credit rebuilding. On one hand, I hear Ron say we don't rebuild credit, we don't repair. Then the next thing is he says, yes, we repair it. All right, I don't understand. First you say you do credit repair, then you repair, okay? I don't understand it's called double talk. Nobody can repair credit. They could take my original book and say, prove it or remove it years ago. That's fine, because that's what it's about. Again, in the back of the books, you'll see a couple of Lamborghinis for the fun of it. See, I actually got my first one as a kid. All right, in the 21 car collection, because what? I'm not full of crap. Unfortunately, most people are, sorry to say, but it's true. They tell you the wrong thing anyway. So what do? You want your corporation today? It's in the link tree. It's free, nonprofit, profit. Starting Out Right. How about winning the game of business? You DM us. What am I going to do? I'd like to give you a mouse pad. I'd like you to call the office and you know how to get a hold of us as well. So we get to play the game to win. That's the ultimate goal for all of us. So what do we do? DM me, and I'll give you the mouse pad. Simple. See, here it is. That mouse pad shows you everything you ever wanted to do. Every type of a division process. But again, it's going to be up to you. But again, you can do what you want to do. How's it working so far? You're between 20 and 75 years old, and what do you do? You keep bringing the damn pain home. Why don't we knock it off and man up, woman up, do it right? But keep doing what you're doing. Is it working for you? Probably not. So there's that book, Starting Out Right for the Kids. It's a free download. It's free for the world. That book will show you all the things you've been missing about managing your score and understanding credit in the first place. Now, the next thing we have to understand is Fair Credit Reporting Act, Federal Trade Commission says credit repair is a scam. They indicted Daniel, the credit repair cloud. His indictment was $3 million. They might put him in prison. Don't worry, if someone knocks on your door, you're doing credit repair, they're going to come get you too. That's fun, and they're going to come get you. Be prepared, because you're not supposed to collect money up front. You're supposed to be a nonprofit and have a bond. You register with the Attorney General's office, by the way, and you're not. So they're going to repay your credit goodie for them. If you want, just to help you out a little bit, how about winning the credit game right here? It's a free download. It's right there. It's a free download. Why not? It's free. So here's what it is. Understand, I always get a turd giving me crap like you did this morning. Okay, well, what are you going to charge me? I just gave it to you for free. How about free? You want free? I'll refund it. Here's free. It's just, you get silly, dumb people all the time. Sorry. Take a picture, share it with everybody, take the picture, send everybody you know today. Why not? It's a book's free. Free. Is that okay? What if you needed basically debt crisis intervention? See, that's how to help you for debt crisis intervention. All I can tell you for years and years, credit repair, a joke. I would tell you flat out, nonprofit, yes. But when it comes to debt consolidation crap, I'd throw a sucker away and say no. They tell you not to pay your bills for 3 months. That's called dumb. See, on the credit bureaus, we had consumer credit counseling for years. Consumer credit counseling was what? One of my organizations. That's helping people. That's the goal, to help people. Is that okay? So maybe you want to copy the Fair Debt Collections Practice. That's right there. There you go. It's a free download as well. See, if I can help you with knowledge information, I'm online 6 days a week. Why not help you for free? Okay, free, and help you play the game to win. Is that all right? So we play to win. Now, I have a library of books. I have 67 books so far. We're working on certain books right now and having some more fun with them too. See, the ability is to change people's lives every step of the way. Because what did it do? Okay, it's going crazy. Here, let's set it down because it has a mind of its own. You never know. So one of the books we're working on right now, it's very simple. We're going to play the game to win. It's called Starting Out Right. Why? Because I think people have to start out right because we have a problem. Most of the time we bring the pain home. There's no reason to do that. Why would you bring the pain home? It's usually because of lack of knowledge. So guess what? Starting out is one thing. The other one is always good. Thank you, Jesus. Why not? You see, I want to create things for the world and give them for free. Right? Well, I don't need your money. I know how to make millions of billions. Why would I need you to help me? I do this because I kept a promise. That's about it. You want to play? Then quit being a damn procrastinator. Knowledge is basically what? You bring the pain on because of lack of knowledge. Why would you do this time after time after time? I don't get it. Connect the dots, play with me for a while, see how it works. All right, give me a year, I'll make you a corporate millionaire. If you don't want to play, then don't play, just go away. Simple. I like the truth. It'll set you free. What do you think? Because most of you did the same thing. You sit at the kitchen table with your friends and family. That's what you did. And you said, honey, we're going to start a business with our friends and family. We're going to jack up our credit, drop our score, get stuck. Hell, we can't get it anymore. We're going to hawk our house. We're all going to be dumb anyway. That's what you did. Why didn't you put a sticky behind your damn card? Why did you sticky time it? I don't understand. Why would you ever bring the pain home? Oh, I'm sorry. You jacked up the wrong damn card. Why would you do that? And you knew any better. That's an excuse. Who the blank taught me? I don't want mommy and daddy. I just live in hell as a kid. It sucks. So again, why don't you let me repackage you? Let's do it now. Unless you're a procrastinator, which 90% of you are anyway. Okay, here's a man. I'm going to try this, honey. He's just going to go, honey, you tried 5 other things. It didn't work. Well, is this going to work? Here's a woman being negative because she's basically trying to be what? Concerned. Because he's already tried. Ladies, always back him. As long as he's trying, he's not dying. He's going to win one of these times. He's going to win big time. What do we do? Here's that SS5 form, the one you didn't pay attention to. That form, you fill it out or mommy did. See, we had a problem when Nixon took the gold standard out. Every woman has to sign that form at the hospital. It's federally mandated. So the SS5 equals SSN 1040. If we compare it to the SS4, understand something. It says employer, it says entity, individual person. Are you a person? Oh, this is an entity. So you're a person. So I can have a what? Division of me. I can literally sign a contract with me as a tax ID as long as it's set up under the corporation as a legal person. But I'm not here to be sapient attorney. But I'm going to help you, guide you a little bit. Is that okay? So the SS5 is SSN in 1040. You're taxed before you get your money. You're taxed on everything you touch again and again because you're not doing tax balancing. Then you have a bunch of circus cons saying you ride a Rolex or a haircut or all this crap. Hey, you can pay for my wedding. It's a right out there. I've never seen so many dumb people. I like Ben when he tells them the truth. It's simple. Well, why don't we do tax balancing? Let's understand we're all going to pay some tax. State, federal, whatever is where you live and the corporation for you. But how much tax you have to pay is up to you. It's called tax balancing. There's certain write-offs, there's certain things aren't a write-off. Simple. We played the game to win. But it's up to you to learn to play anyway. I set up the original dashboard that allows tax ID in 1987. Remember, like I said, tax ID 1987. 84 was division process. I've been around a long time. You could play my way if you want to. But again, that's up to you to play the game to win. See, I got a problem. If I have a problem, what is SSN, SS4? What's that thing called bankruptcy? So what happened to the NACB? Well, they certified me because I created the 29% rule. Raise rules. 29% is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. If you pay listen carefully, you pay all your bills today, automatic payment, paperless, even your credit cards. If you make an extra payment per week or every other week, it'll be fast pay, quick pay. Paying a card every week down to zero is called stupid. Okay, again, when you go for a big line of credit, they go, you're not using the money I gave you. I mean, I don't think that's right, but that's just someone else's silly opinion. It wasn't in my book when he bought it 15 years ago, but he thinks he's an expert. Good luck with that. Okay, but I'm the old school, new school, future school. I'm all the school. God gave me the brain. Now let's write it down. All cards fluctuate. All of them do, but two. So the bottom line is when you look at my wife's cards here today, it's very simple. They don't fluctuate. Now I use my wife's cards. There's always some ding dong. You really got the cards. See, you get some ding dong trying to give you crap no matter where you go. Simple. I just want things correct. So these are paid over time limit on 100,000. They're unlimited, but I'm not going to say they're worth $1 million. I might say my black card is, but I'm not going to show that either. But again, it's a choice. If all cards fluctuate, that means all cards, you need to put a sticky behind every damn card you got today, sticky time. What's 29% on the card you have today? You jack it up, there you go, score drops up, and away, crashed and burned. These don't fluctuate. So if I have a now bad day, week, month, or year, I'm going to jack these suckers up. As a person, you need $100,000 of personal credit. Understand, it's like someone saying you get a card every 30 days or every night. That's crap. I designed the system so no more than 6 inquiries every 180 days. In dashboards, you can actually get cards off the cards as well, or you can daisy chain it. So again, you have basically 7 of these, all right, here, and you can have 1 of these. That's what you're going to have when you're done. I'm going to build you 100,000 of credit. What do we do to play? Simple, my way. I think your way sucks. Sorry to say, but it really is true. Share the life, share the life, share the life. Very simple to do. Now, here's the problem. I don't watch people do the right thing. They do the wrong thing every time. They jack it up. Will they increase my limit now? No. If you increase your limit before you jack it up, isn't that kind of smart? Hey, you know any better? Stop it. If you're going to man up, woman up, you got to be responsible. Most dashboards allow you to increase limits without inquiries if you know what you're doing. Again, that's how we play. Remember, the 29% rule is green. 30 is yellow, 50 is red. I designed the damn system. I know what I'm talking about, training Yarborough years ago. Now, take a picture. Here's your numbers. It's very simple. You have a card for $500. You can't go more than 145. 2,000, 580. 5,000, 1450. 25,000, 7250. That's why I'm going to try to give you 100,000 credit if you allow me to. Again, what do? We play. We win. So here's what it is. You got your SSN from an SS5 form. Oh, goody. You got your first job. Then they tax your income before you get your damn paycheck. That's tax. They got paid before you did. That kind of sucks. Kind of pisses people off. But what do? The SS4 form right in front of you again. Employer, entity, and you. It says individual person. So as a division, naming it you, you're allowed a tax ID too if you wanted to. That can guarantee things if you want to. Now, what I always look at is this, very simple. We had debtors' prisons in the 1700s, okay? I look at bankruptcy. Oh my goodness, what do? Some of you filed bankruptcy. Sorry, I don't believe you needed to. I believe you went to a bankruptcy attorney. He or she sold you a bankruptcy. You thought they're going to sell you a pickle or a banana, right? I don't get it. I don't understand. Why would you ever file bankruptcy, in my opinion, unless you're losing your house today in court? They're going to garnish your wages. I would never file bankruptcy, but if you had to, is it the corp, division, or you? Who's the duck or sheep? You have to make a decision. There it is right there. The SSN and SS4 is allowed to file bankruptcy. Banks bankrupt 22,000 locations last year. You've had 11 cities file bankruptcy under Chapter 9 bankruptcy. See, you didn't figure how it works. So if you don't know how it works, how are you going to protect your family and plan for the problem? You're not going to. Here's collections. Understand. I took my credit history off my dashboards. Very simple, trying to help people. Not a bunch of BS, no secure card, no crap. So what happens? Very simple. Let's look at scores, okay? Here's a 487. They have 4 collection items. I got them, their first card is $300. They went through bankruptcy, crap. Rapid rescore blocks credit, bad credit, and pushes scores up. Look back in history about 40 plus years ago, rapid rescore, rapid refresh for mortgage companies. I designed that working with Harold Stokes and Ken Yarborough. What do we do? All right, here's a bankruptcy. They never had to file, no credit at all. There's bankruptcy right there. I give them a $500 card, build it up and away. They're 586. Here's 11 collection accounts, no credit at all. What did I get them? I got a $500 credit card. There you go. Here's 701s, 697. Here's $3,000. They still have 2 collections. See, the goal is to rebuild your credit, not try to repair it and lie and try to get away from your creditors. You're not supposed to rip off your creditors, by the way. Simple. What do we do? 651, all right, 791. We built it up 132 points. That's what we did. And on one side, we have no green lights. The other side, we have green lights. So green lights are the possibility. So I would push your score up, block the crap. If you got credit, what are you going to do with it? Rebalance your debt to ratio because it's all screwed up in most cases for most of you. Again, what do? Here's a rapid rescore. If you go to a rapid rescore or rapid refresh at any given time, mortgage company or even here, what they're going to do is push your score up and away. If you do it the right way, what's going to happen, as long as you do what you're told to do, all right, the rules are on the right-hand side here. Take a picture. It'll push your score up. What if you need to rebalance your debt to ratio? That's what you would do. I'd tell you to do that too. Again, there's certain loans you could get, but I'd rather do this instead. Let's see if it works. Now, the office has this program here for about $1,000 today. They're going to give it to you at $999. That's good. They're going to do analyzation. They're going to add history. They're going to pop you a card for about $1,000. They're trying to reimburse your investment. I tend to give you 5 times your investment all the time because it's fun. So if you wanted that today through a Zelle process, it's a $499 fee. And I'll build you $5,000 of credit. All right, to you, rebuild you, and the paralegals will help you for 9 months for free. And then I don't do credit repair. We're going to do credit rebuilding and guide you every step of the way. If you want to do it on your own, all you want is rapid score. It's so simple. Rapid rescore will block your crowd, push your score up. You decide what you want to do on your own. It's simple. By itself is $267. So when I say Zelle now for $190, it's simple. I'm losing a little bit of money to try to get you in the program. Is that okay? I'll take the loss. But that's you if you Zelle it. If you don't Zelle it, you pay more. That's how it works. Discounts are when you pay cash or what else. What happens when you Zelle? What do? We play the game to win. Now, here's the 757. You have to realize you have to be part of the program. That's why I'm online 6 days a week helping people. If you get one of my books, I like to take the book and basically read it to you. I want to explain it to you. Unfortunately, when you buy someone else from Alex or Grant or all this blah, 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 they don't read the book. Half the time you get an empty box. I have 12 people say that Alex sent them, after paying $6,000, a box of nothing. It was empty. Mistake? They're all in different states. I guess he was out of inventory. I don't know. But all I know is you have to be part of the program. Is that okay? We play my way? All right. Now, remember, I told you I want you off the national mailing list. I would like you to call 888-567-8688 because you're now on paperless, automatic payment, and then fast pay, quick pay, right? See, that's the phone number to the national mailing list. You see that nobody wants to give you the truth or they don't know it themselves. The number's in front of you. Call it later today. Opt out 5 years, please. But it's up to you as well. So if you're basically jacked up your credit, what if we take supply credit and turn it into cash? It's about $51,000. So you could actually rebalance your debt that way. There's so many ways to do this. Again, you have to get your debt to ratio to be 29%. That's the goal. What do? Every cash application for 18 years as an affiliate, I got them all to put division process because I invented division process. See, that's why you know the Godfather credit's the guy behind it because that's me. $60 billion for my clients and myself over the years. 50 years helping people up to 6 days a week. Got it 6 days a week, once or twice. And now it's twice a week. This is my 15th week on TikTok and social media. Instead of just writing checks for millions of dollars for radio and TV. So if we play my way, what happens? Well, if you want to get into a referral program, refer people, I'll build you some credit. So again, we help each other. When you help me, I help you. Is that okay? We play the game to win. So me, it's always been a mindset. Well, if I see it, believe it, I could go get it. I have everything I want. If I want to just go get it anyway. The reality is you're going to pay some tax. That's how it works. Based on a corporation structure or your structure for you, tax balancing. It's a mindset. If I can touch it, I can kick it. But again, it's a see it, believe it, go get it process. Again, you will pay tax. How much tax you want to pay based on the tax attorney you hire, who knows what the hell they're doing anyway. Most of the time they don't. So what did I do? I go to these events all the time. I'm always looking for opportunity. The opportunity is very simple. I went to this event. I found it in the registered newspaper. LA Times are selling payphones. Okay, let's listen. In payphones, they're talking about payphones. Very simple. They're basically $1,600 for the route. And they make about average of $300 a month. Okay, no problem. So how many months would it take to break even if they make an average of $300 a month? And there's $1,600. So again, it's a numbers game. Numbers never lie, only people lie. So I stood up in that room and I said, I'll take 10. I'm using my line of credit for Security Pacific Bank and Crocker Bank. See, your problem is you. I said, I'll take 10. So I like banks. You see, Wells Fargo, US Bank, okay, Bank of America, all right, Chase Bank. These are nice lines of credit. A line of credit, you don't have to charge and worry about it till you write a check. I'll take 10. I went back and forth again and again, learning more about them, become a distributor, all kinds of products. And these people, some of them, 20% are a bunch of turds. One lady was just obnoxious as can be. She didn't belong there. She's ruining it for everybody else. I said, ma'am, let me buy your routes, okay? Let me buy your phones. Because she's complaining, only made $280. By the time I bought 22,000 payphones through the corporate structure, it's about 6.6 million a month. Is that okay? It's not me. I wouldn't make any money. I don't want to make any money. I'm not dumb enough to say I'm rich. I've never been rich, but I drive Lamborghinis, Ferraris all my life. Kind of fun, but I'm not rich. How would you like to create up to 10,000 a month? But it's up to you. I'll teach you to do it all yourself. You do it or we do it, I do it. It's simple. About $100,000 a month, okay? So if we did this correctly, let's watch what happens. Each division. A division has the ability to roll the dice. Don't worry, I've been out there for 50 years helping people like you anyway. Original series is winning the game of business. Okay, we play. What do? Division process. You're allowed to put 75 divisions per bank account at the bank. I see them in 96 and 1. They wanted to have separate bank accounts for each division. No. See, the double tax, well, then an average balance builds a line of credit. We share the same account with the division process to get the line of credit. Here's the 10 ideas I tell you to do today. These are the things I've done since 1987 called auto income. So I'd say take a picture. That's the kind of business I would suggest for you to look at as well. If you're in coaching, I'm going to give you a broker's list. You can do it on your own. I'll do it for you. You decide. It's very simple. We get into an escrow. You write and check the escrow, not me. You own a piece. It's kind of like a timeshare. You get your own deed of trust. You own a piece forever. Tie it to your irrevocable trust. That's what you're not doing for your family today anyway. I think you're leaving your family for probate like your family did for you. Structure builds finance and dream. That's what it is. Structure builds finance and dream. Okay. So if we play the game, what do? Structure. I'm going to roll the dice as a division. It's my line of defense. I gave it a hell of a try. If I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. I lose the piece of people. I lose the division process. Again, share the life because it's easy. Okay. Now let's use some common sense. If I have a corporation or an LLC, whatever you have, you pick what you want, and I have 9 divisions, I can take the gold card or platinum card, either one, like my wife's card, 100,000 paid over time limit. I get 9 more here, 9 more here. How would you like? By the way, American Express is trying to give you 99 more cards. Even on their thing, they're trying to give you, even when you log into the dashboard, would you like 99 more cards? I think that's silly. What if we got a American Express per division? Okay. So if I have a parent company, all right, and I have 9 more, isn't that $1 million of credit? Their paid over time limit is 100,000. Why not? But again, I got basically, all right, a client the other day, he only got 45,000, one got 50,000. But again, they couldn't verify certain things. Norman couldn't verify certain things, and he kind of screwed up the first time. So his last card, the gold card, is 35,000. I can take that to times 9 more. Well, what are we trying to do? Each division has its own credit file. So can it vary based on the person and based on what they do? Hell yes. What if we take the ink cards from Chase? There's no interest, personal card or business card, up to 22 months. So here's 350,000. If I have these two plus this, is that $500,000? See, I like credit as long as it's managed with credit. But then you're going to go, no, it's too much. Stop. Every time you have a bad day or bad week or year, it's because you need more money. Is that correct? Why don't you finance yourself out of crap? Here's 350. Okay. Here's 200. There's $500,000. Okay. If we put it in a division called Bitcoin stock, I'd rather use the money to buy the Bitcoin versus my money in my pocket. Now, I'm not suggesting you max it out. I'm saying do a little bit at a time. By the way, if you were to do Bitcoin today, okay, as a division, you're allowed to borrow up to 60% of its value. Let's borrow money again, so you get to do it again and again and again. Everywhere you turn, they use borrow money to build a business in front of you, and you're not paying attention. Pay tax, buy a Lamborghini, Ferrari. I said it all these years. No, buy a spaceship. Oh, it said buy this one, 44 billion, borrow that too. But he paid tax. See, the person that says you don't pay taxes is full of crap, in my opinion. But again, that's Bitcoin, crypto, stock trading, gold, silver, auto income. Listen carefully, okay? The way it works, if I help you and guide you through an escrow closes, the management company finds out how you paid for the down payment. They verify through escrow. They want to make sure when they pay you money on a monthly basis, management, they pay you minus the fee, what you put in there anyway. Every one of you wastes $100 a day. That's $1,000 plus a month at least, or $50 every other day. See, you kind of waste money anyway. So what do? We play the game. So if it closes escrow, you get a deed of trust. That's an auto income forever. It can be $3,000 to $100,000, whatever you did in that project. It's up to you. Once again, you don't close escrow unless you know what the proceeds would be after the payment. So it's very simple. This can be an average of $3,500. I'd say about $10,000 a month. You borrow money to close an escrow. They pay the bill, and you get the leftover. So I don't want you to be rich because I don't think you're going to be rich. The corporation could be rich. That's okay. Is that all right? So let's say hypothetically, you want a laundromat, a dry cleaner, car wash that I wrote books on 47 years ago. Clients say, you need a laundromat. No, you don't. You need to own it. If I took $25,000 off a line of credit and three of you did the same thing, that's $100,000 as a down payment. Again, they close it, they pay the fee, they pay the payment, and we get the leftover, each of us, about $3,200 a month. We're not rich. I don't want you to be rich. I just want you to have an auto income to add your income or replace it eventually anyway. So there you go. If we had 50,000, again, we took it from the line of credit, again, up to 5,600. If we have 75,000, there's 5 people plus me, because we want to create a storage unit or apartment complex. Again, you are writing check to an escrow. You don't ever give me the money. I never want the money. 100,000, maybe you want a Wendy's restaurant, 9 people plus me. So again, take your picture. I believe you drove by your opportunity since day one, from laundromat to car wash to Wendy's restaurant to a Jack in the Box. Why don't you buy a piece or something, please? But it's up to you as we play the game. Now, here's our bank statements, okay? What happens with clients sometimes when they're in coaching, I try to use our petty cash account to help them for a couple, 200,000 or 300,000 a month, okay? So here's what we did. This is the last month, all right, February, no problem. So here's 215 in this account. It's a petty cash. Here's 61 in that account as well. So again, about $300,000 base. What does it do? It verifies for you transaction base. All right, American Express wants to see 30 transactions, 30, okay? They want to see 100,000 on a given month. That's what they do. So if you're in a partnership and we're going to get in an escrow, if you need some help, I have a program for that too. You could elect me as a CFO, an attorney in fact. All I'm going to do is attorney in fact to be talking on your bank on your behalf. That's all it is. It's no more than that. So if you want me to help you sometimes in coaching things in escrows, I help clients all the time, but it's up to you. It's about $330,000 transactions just from the petty cash account on a given month, usually about 500,000. By the time we get to April and May, it's usually about $1 million. Again, we can verify to help you if you have an agreement between you and I and your organization. I just like Lamborghinis and Ferraris and no BS. One of my college professors years ago said, "You're paranoid, Ray." I said, "Hell yes, of course I am." I mean, come on. All right, I got Lamborghinis, all right, Ferraris and all kinds of goodies, but they're not mine. I did buy them through the division process, but you do pay tax. So I'm not saying you don't pay any tax. That's a bunch of BS. It's a bunch of hooey. Let's see. Pay more tax on the car you buy. So drive a Lamborghini Ferrari or pay the IRS more money. How about we pay as much as we have to? That's 1,013 divisions, by the way. When Grant said the other day, you don't pay any tax at all the way he's got it planned, that's not true. All right. Ben's already called him out twice as well. But again, there's some tax due no matter what we do. It might be property tax. Maybe it recycles its own money, but tax is still paid. But again, it's up to you. I have to blueprint you. I don't believe I can help you 100% unless you and I are on the phone together, on the phone. And especially make sure your spouse is there too, gentlemen, husband and wife at the same time, because I'm going to loosen her up a little bit because she's mad at you because you've tried so many things that didn't work. We're going to talk down to earth and we're going to basically have some fun. I'll probably set her up for nonprofit and you for profit. And I'm going to help you get some grant money, have some more fun. See, your lack of knowledge is what holding you back. Blueprint simple, past, present, and future. Good, bad, ugly. You don't have your past chase your future. Bankruptcy, you file it. Tax problem, you got it. What do? Do you screw up American Express or Chase? Family, you got a family, you got to protect it. It's a corporation or an LLC. Okay, division process. I'm going to pick 18 divisions, but that's just me because I know how to count. Simple. What do? If I have 9 lines of credit, that's 9 lines of credit. So I put my 9 over here. If I want 9 locations or 9 different types of businesses, my line of defense, there's 9 more. I'm going to have a minimum of 18. You decide this. Now let's watch. Come on. 3 divisions here is 300,000 of credit just on an Amex card. That's about 30,000 a month. It can be up to 30,000 a month, if not more. 6 divisions is $600,000 of credit, again, if it's done right, and that's about 60,000 a month. 9 divisions is going to be about 900,000, puts a parent company. There's 1 million of credit just off of gold and platinum card, and what's that's going to be? 100,000 a month. I can take any credit card and basically clone it 10 more times. It's called daisy chain process. I created that as well in 1989, but again, it's going to be up to you. I'm going to say irrevocable trust. That's what I believe in. I watched John D. Rockefeller, studied all rich and famous. As a kid, it made sense to me. But again, that's what I do, and I want you to do it yourself, but you can do what you want. Hire the great tax attorney if you want to. But at least we try. Car should be a division, never you, never, never you. Again, I don't want you getting a bumpity bump when they sue you. I sure don't want it to be irrevocable trust. Lease of the house. I can't understand. Escrow, closed homestead trust. Only one husband or wife should be on as a married person, so on separate property. I believe you should buy the house through the trust. That's what I do, but it's up to you. You decide what you want to do. When I wrote down auto income in 1987, I also wrote down cash flow fee per time. It's in my book in 1976. A blueprint call with me is $3,000. I'm expensive. $3,000. Simple. From there, that's you and your partner life for an hour of my time. From there, we discounted for $19.99 at the office all the time. Now, this week, we're going to be celebrating my birthday. So they asked me this morning, what kind of discount should we do this week at all? Well, let's figure out, okay, let's have my birthday week. Why not? Why not? What the hell of it? Let's give everybody discounts in celebration that I'm basically 39 and a half. I'm 39 and a half. Right, Ray Jr.? Yeah, right. He told everybody what my age was last year. How old am I going to be this Sunday?
Okay, why do you have to keep reminding me of that?
Because I want to, because it's simple. So how am I going to be on Sunday? Are you hiding?
Sunday, you are going to be 29.
29 years old. All right. The celebration of my birthday, my son hiding behind the screen right now, which he usually never does. All right. You can get in the link tree. There he is right here. Okay. All right. Say hi.
I'm just moderating on TikTok.
Okay. Give me a kiss. Say hi.
Hola.
What is your name?
I don't know. I forgot.
Real name. Serious time.
My name is Serious Time.
I go away, you pain in my butt. That's my Ray Jr., my son. He's 12 years old. He's helped navigate and help us as well. He started his business as a kid, and he'll tell you he's the vice president of the company because he is. When I pass 50 years from now, he's going to take over if no probate. If he did it today, now. If you want a blueprint call with me with your partner of life, it is a payment of $6.99 through Zelle. Not through Zelle, forget it. Then you miss the opportunity. It's a Zelle, now. What do we do? It's your turn. It is your turn to do what I have to say. Very simple. He's what's up, Rocky. Okay, well, he goes by Rocky all the time. Simple. So what do we do? It's your turn. What does that mean? If I coach you for 3 months, I'm on the phone with you every 4 weeks. I'm telling you what to do. I create your goal list for you, with you. Okay. But if I coach you for 3 months, I'm going to build you $50,000 in credit. You're only allowed to use $25,000 and put it in an escrow because that's the rules and tools. It's normally $11,000. Today it is $34.99. Very simple. So $3,500. That's the sale they're doing today. Celebrating this week, no problem. So here, I'd like to hand you this list of these different ways and opportunities. I'll even give you the broker's list if you want to look at it for yourself. But again, if we line it up for you, what are we going to do? Now, it's in the link tree for $3,500, no problem. If you want to do it today through Zelle only, it is $29.99, and that price is going to go away. So $3,000, I'm going to build you $50,000 in credit. I'm personally going to coach you for every 4 weeks for 3 months, and I'm going to show you how to do this yourself, or I'll do it with you. It depends on what you want to do to play. That is basically today only. So it's a now, or call the office right away, and one of the specialists back there will help you too. So if you wanted 6 months of coaching, that's $100,000. Out of $100,000 credit I build you, you can use more than about $75,000. Normally, that's about $22,000. Today, it's $6,500. Again, what do? We kind of line things up. All right. If you want to get what I lined up for you, no problem. If not, do it on your own. I'll get you the broker's list. Either way, it's you do, we do, I do. So that's in the link tree. Very simple for 6 months. If you Zelle today, again, it's $4,999. It's $5,000. But that's a Zelle payment only. It is not a credit card because I'm not going to take a card when I give this kind of discount on my birthday week. What are we going to do? 9 months. That's $150,000 of credit I'm going to build you. You're allowed to put $100,000 into a project. What are you going to do? You decide what you want. Maybe an apartment complex. Again, $9,500, normally $33,000. As we do this game, it's very simple. For 9 months, $150,000. If you want me to help you, no problem. Our ultimate goal is very simple. If you Zelle $7,000 today, you're getting 9 months of me in coaching every 4 weeks. There you go again. And every product we do is credit rebuilding, analyzation, and what do we do? Rapid rescore for everything, because we need to push your score up to be a CFO. Now, 12 months is not easy because I'm going to think about 12 up to 10 escrows to close. That's $200,000 of credit, $200,000, $100,000 you and your corporation as well. $12,500, usually $44,000, no problem. What's going to happen today? It's in the link tree for $12,500. There you go. If you want to do a Zelle, it's $10,000 today. If you don't Zelle today, don't worry, it's not offered tomorrow. They're not allowed to give you these prices in the office. That's just during the webinar with me. Simple. That's the game we play. You're going to play today to win. I'd like to add you to the Puppet Master Club in the future. That's $5 million business and above, by the way, if you don't know that. IRS tends to say $5 million below a small company. Okay. We do what? You call the office. There's the link tree phone number right there. 800-254-9506. It's right there. You have Lawrence in the back today. Okay. We have basically David. He's been in the hospital, so we pray for him. So is Renette as well. And we also pray for our military in the world, what's going on right now anyway. We have to have a lot of prayers for everybody. Now, that's me. Simple. I even hit my head and got a little indentation in my head, my skull. So if I can touch it, I could kick it. These are just goodies I got through the corporation, division process, or irrevocable trust. That's what makes sense to me. I like to win the game of business as we play this game. Remember when I say to everybody as a little kid, they kept saying, how you doing? To me, my response is always good. Thank you, Jesus. Always good. Thank you, Jesus. See, you have to have a mindset. You have to convince yourself. You have to motivate yourself. Self-motivation is very important. I've had to do it all my life. But again, that's what you need to think about for yourself too. If you register for classes on Saturday and you pre-register, we're going to have some classes this Saturday. And this Saturday is going to be nonprofit, by the way. So we have a nonprofit class this Saturday showing people how to get the exemption and the nonprofit, getting some grant money, some kind of fun stuff. Specialty classes go with coaching only. And then from there, we charge about $500. Very simple. If you register today for the Saturday classes, I might even give you the nonprofit class for free. But again, it's going to be up to you. The goal is to repackage yourself kind of like Humpty Dumpty. I want you to play my way a little bit because I think you had your chance. I'd like to try my way just a little bit to help you some more. Is that okay? We play. If we take borrow money, I believe borrow money is not taxed. We use it to buy lifetime income, and the income is closing in escrow. That could be an apartment complex. That could be basically a Wendy's restaurant, a Jack in the Box, Taco Bell, storage unit, whatever, laundromat, whatever you want to do. But it's up to you. So again, it's nonprofit this Saturday. Nonprofit organization. In specialty classes, about $1,000 bought every 90 days. You're in coaching, it's free. If it's not in coaching, it's going to cost you $499. Pre-register, I might give it to you for free. We'll see what happens this week. From there, if you want to do that, it's in the link tree. You also have a Zelle. If you did it now for $199. There you go. Maybe you're not in coaching, you still want to go. Simple as we do. All right. If I build you $25,000 of credit, the office is going to charge you about 10%. That's normal. What they charge about 10%. So $25,000 of credit would be very simple. So that's going to be about $2,500. Now I'm going to do something totally weird because it's my birthday this week. Why not? All right. So they're going to give you the discount of $2,000 for $25,000. No problem. The extra discount they did today is very simple. It's in the link tree. Listen carefully. If you Zelle the $999, if you did it today before I'm done talking, I'm going to double that to $50,000. Wait, there's more. My info commercial years ago. That would be $50,000 of credit for $999 today. If it is Zelle, no payment, no card, no none, blah, blah, blah. $50,000, normally $5,000. All right, this discounted for $3 today, no problem. Very simple. It's in the link tree. You get to do that. If you Zelle the $19.99, I'm going to turn that into $100,000. That's right, $100,000 today. If it's Zelle only, no card. $100,000 of credit, usually $10,000. What do we do? The discount is $5,000 today. If you did that today, that $5,000 will get you $200,000 of credit. If it's a Zelle, simple to do. Not Zelle, right? It's going to be actually $29.99. So again, if you did the $5,000, it's going to double to $200,000. If it's the $29.99, I'm not doubling. That's only $100,000. That's your price. Understand? All right. The double is only you did for $49.99. Single $100,000 is $29.99. If you Zelle right away. Again, no card. $200,000. I don't know if you're ready for that. That should be $100,000 of personal and business simultaneously. Usually about $20,000. The Zelle today is very simple. It's $7,500 for $200,000. Okay, that's in the link tree. Again, I would double that, $74.99 to $7,500 for $200,000. I'll do you $400,000. That was done today. $400,000. Can line you up for that. Do the division process. Even help daisy chain the process. If not, all right, you're going to get that basically $200,000 at $6,000. I will not double it for the $6,000. That is a Zelle now. If it's not done today, don't worry. The opportunity just passed you by anyway. See, I want to motivate you as fast as I can to get you past go, because sometimes you're a procrastinator, you kill your own dream. My building, one technology drive Irvine Spectrum, 22,000 before I died in the coma. When you lose everything, they steal your life. What do? You give up or you fight? Oh, I'm sorry. I can't say that because someone else said that. The weird thing is I said it in my info commercials for a year. And if you notice, part of my ear is missing here too. Weird stuff, huh? Wow. What do? I like goodies. You like goodies? They're division process. Division. The class I do on Friday at 3 o'clock is about analyzation process. You're going to guarantee, and I'm going to guarantee back to you, you're going to guarantee not to screw up program up. Do not apply, do not jack up cards. That's what you're going to guarantee to do. But if you don't do that right and you screw it up, blame yourself, please. Don't blame me. I put in red ink. I make sure you understand rules and tools right up front. That's one of the worst days of my life. Simple. I got to be in a coma. My wife and I took our yacht in the backyard and watched the fireworks on July 4th, 2009. Someone had a virus. My tax attorney steals my life. Nurse asked my wife if I'm a donor. I got a choice to stay in peace or go back. I said, go back. My wife needs me. So no excuses, ladies and gentlemen. I was born in a taxi and waited to Gardena Hospital, put in a trash can and go to be Mrs. Hope. She dove from hell. What happened next? Simple. I ended up moving 24 times by the time I'm 11 and a half years old. 11 and a half. So again, I've been shot. I've been knifed. I don't have no excuses. Neither do you, by the way. There are no excuses to have in this world today besides go get it or stay being lazy and just do it your way, because I think your way sucks. I like to help people get to pass go. What do? Well, I kick 13 feet in the air for the fun of it. Why not? Fastest kick, highest kick. Today, I asked you earlier, change your driver's license, insurance, registration to your car, to a division, or basically to what? A mailbox or mailing address. I don't want you giving out your private information to anybody, but that's up to you again. Protect your privacy, please, but it's up to you as well. You decide what you want to do. The car is part of the 21 car collection at the time. Big buildings and all kinds of fun stuff. Your problem today is you buying a car. What did you do? One of my coaching calls today, basically nice guy. He's a trucker, owns different companies. He's doing phenomenal. He watches all the time. But he said he bought the truck in November. Okay, I'll give him that. See, here's the problem. He says, they sweated me for 5 hours. Oh, yeah. Actually, he said 6. Well, you go to the dealership. They hand you a piece of paper. All right. They ask you how much payment you can afford. That's when you shut up. $100. That's all you have to say. And then what happens? They sweat you for 5 hours, and not they sweated him for 6. See, what you got to realize, when you gave him permission to run, you create it, you sign the piece of paper. Sign it, but this time above your signature, you write down this last one inquiry, take a picture. Set the tone that day. Set the tone. You didn't do that. He didn't do it either. See, that car should have been division, fleet price, tax ID. He didn't do that either. He says he did it before he met me. Okay, now the next time we're going to do it the right way. Again, I'm sorry. Cars are marked up 60%. They lie. Those inquiries that make $224 off of you, and they're kind of hurting you, screwing you over. They have this Isaac A credit report they made up themselves. Car dealers are 90% all crooks, in my opinion. What did you do? You didn't listen to me. That's your own damn fault. Sorry to say, but it's true. One of my first cars, between the race car and all the goodies and race motorcycles and boats, was a Lamborghini Countach. Why not? There's this one. You ever notice here? License plate behind it on the window, wings in front and the bottom. It says Reynolds University right there. Bum, bum, bum. See, I'm one of these guys that's not full of crap. Again, division process. I got the keys, it's not mine. Got the keys, not mine. Got the keys, not mine. Again and again and again, even Harley. 21 cars in a car collection. God's gift, the mansion in the harbor. Largest U-Dock. I take my wife, beautiful wife, in the Duffy to Captain Jack's on the weekend, because that's the good thing to do when you live in the harbor in a multi-million-dollar house. Oh, helicopter, Lamborghini buildings too. See, I'm one of these guys that's not full of you know what. I've been helping people for 50 years, 6 days a week. Isn't it about time you quit being a procrastinator and get off your assets and go get it? But that's just you. Largest U-Dock, Huntington Harbor. Even the race boats at Reynolds University. Marketing. My wife got this car. She had to sign her name 28 times in resolution. All right, saying she's the CFO on behalf of the corporation's division. See, it's fleet price tax ID division. You buy cars your way, I think your way sucks. Sorry to say it's true, but me, I don't pay that extra 60%. The goal is simple. Big buildings and Lamborghinis, even on the door it says Reynolds University Marketing Tool. I've trained 50 million people to understand the division process so far in the last 50 years. You want to learn, keep listening to me. I'm online 6 days a week. The goal is now to repackage you, your family, now. If you don't get off your assets, that's your own damn fault. You don't do things. You just listen and learn. No. Change your world. Change your life. Analyzation now. Rapid rescore now. Okay? What is rapid rescore? Look what it does. It pushes scores up, blocks crap. If you want us to do it for you again, Office has a $1,000 program. They build your $1,000 credit back to you. The program here shows you on this side here what it actually does for you. Rapid rescore, rapid refresh. I created this 49 years ago. We play the game. So if you want today, $699, I'll even build you $5,000 of credit. $5,000 of credit, bonus, analyzation, add your history and everything else and play. What I do? They're offering it for $1,000. They give you $1,000 credit. I'm saying $5,000 of credit if you Zelle $499 now. See, I'm giving away. I don't get a paycheck. I don't need one. That's a Zelle position for you. If all you want is Zelle now, simple, and we don't do all the other pieces, maybe you pop your own credit. There you go. It's $199. It costs $267. I lose a little bit of money just to help you. But again, that's a now, not tomorrow. Simple. I can take one card, daisy chain it into 9 more, if not 10 more. I can actually do 99 more, but that's a little too much. What do we do? U.S. Supreme Court. I remember reading, they took the LLC, LLPC, corporate nonprofit PC, says the legal person. Okay. If a division is filed underneath of it, it's a division as well. It is actually a legal person as well. So if we wanted to be Bitcoin, crypto, stock trading, gold, silver, auto income, what would we do? Probably have a division to give it a try. Use corporate credit versus stealing from your paycheck that's already been taxed. But that's up to you as well as we play the game to win. You decide what you want to do today. So my question to my college professor a long time ago is very simple. We had a debate in front of the whole school body. It's fun. When did an LLC or C Corp or S Corp grow hands? What do you mean grow hands? He kept saying the corporation will protect you. Like these ding-dongs out there say, it'll protect you. Yeah. All you have to do is sign a resolution as a president of the company or CFO or get it qualified over the states. I know, yeah, I've never seen someone dumb in my life. when you sign your name, okay, in my opinion, again, not here to be shape and attorney. Okay, you sign your name, that bank account, lease of a building, car, credit card, loan, I believe you became a duck and a sheep. It's your choice. So when they say you could bankrupt and get another one, I don't believe it to be true, but that's just my opinion for you. Again, it doesn't have hands. I want to think about divisions. I set up the dashboard in 1987, allowed tax IDs or credit files. I'm training Yarborough in late 70s and 80s, no problem. Oldest card, fluctuation rule of 29%. I wrote those rules and tools. A division allows me to use history to start a credit file, Experian, Treasury, and Equifax under a division for you. You don't need tax ID in the beginning. If you want a division process today, it's about $1,000 each. Today, 9 divisions are $19.99. Okay, very simple to do this. Simple. 18 is $24.99. If you did it by Zelle only through me today, I've actually turned 2 people down today that said, well, Saturday you said this. No, you talked to a sales rep that I have to split commission with. Again, I offer you that on Saturday. Today it's basically Zelle, now, or forget it. I'm still going to split with them anyway. But the reality is I'm not going to let you do something to bend the rules. I made it clear when I made that statement on Saturday as I make it today. If you want a 9 divisions at $100 each, there you go. It's $9.99 today by Zelle. You want 18 is $14.99, period. You don't do it this way, you're going to pay the normal price. It's right there. You decide how you pay. That's how you get your discount today. Well, again, corporation division process. What do? If we have a line of defense, if we lined you up or you want to line yourself up, that's fine. It's up to you. You do, we do, I do. If you took corporation line of credit and we went to an escrow's closing, they'll make sure they've managed to come and verify how you paid. They don't want to make sure you screw up and rip out the creditor, okay? Because that wouldn't be fair to anybody. It would ruin my program as well. So what happens when they close escrow, they pay the payment, you get the leftover. That leftover can be up to $3,000 to $10,000 a month based on the project and your down payment. Numbers don't lie, only people lie. That's the goal, to play the game. So what do? So you decide what you want to do. I'll help you either way. It's up to you as we play. I'm going to say $25,000 in an escrow, laundromat, dry clean, car wash. We, all 4 of us, could get up to $3,200 a month after all the bills are paid, each of us. We're not rich. We have an income. That's called auto income. How we designed 87. What do? $50,000 up to $5,600. $75,000 could be 5 people plus me based on the project. Again, you're invited to do this with or for us, whatever. Up to $7,500 each. They'll tell us what our proceeds will be after the bill's paid anyway. It's going through an escrow that's certified and bonded anyway. No one's going to rip us off. $100,000 could be up to $96.20. There's your future, I believe, that it's going to be up to you. Auto income makes sense to me because you build a legacy, hopefully tied to irrevocable trust anyway, but it's up to you. So again, I just have the cars and Lamborghini collections and Ferraris and all kinds of goodies. At one time, I had 21 cars because I was bored. Very simple. That is 1,013 divisions, by the way. So if you want, we got to talk about the blueprint. I don't want to help you 100% or basically think I can without blueprinting you. That means very simple. I believe I need to get to know you and your spouse and understand what is our game plan. We're going to make sure we have a game plan. We work together every 4 weeks. I'm going to be about 90% of the work. You're going to do about 10. That's all you have to do. A blueprint call is usually $3,000, discounted by the office to $2,000. And today, given away by Zelle only, today, Zelle, it's literally $699. It's a giveaway. If it's done today, not done today, don't worry, you won't be doing it tomorrow. What do? It's your turn. All I know is if you want to play my way, I'm going to build you up, be on the phone with you every 4 weeks and play the game. I'd like to build you $50,000 of credit for about $3,500 and position you. You do it on your own or I'll do it for you. Difference is that's $3,500, which is normally about $11,000. If you want to Zelle it today, you get another discount of $3,000, so you save another $500. There you go. Simple. No Zelle, then it's more money. If we did 6 months, it's $100,000 of credit. About $75,000 should go into an escrow if you want to. $6,500. Again, what type of project do we want to provide you? You check it out. It's brokerless as well. So that's $6,500 today. It's in the link tree. Very simple. If you Zelle $5,000, you're in that for basically 6 months. You're stuck with me. We should actually look about 3 to 6 escrows to close. But again, it depends how aggressive you want to be. If we're looking at 9 months, it's $150,000 in credit, which is about $100,000 in escrow. From there, about $9,500 today, and it's about $33,000 normally. So we position it for you, and it's in the link tree for you as well. If you'd like today, you could Zelle 7,000, and you're going to get that as well. There's your discount for Zelle versus basically using card. If we want the 12 months program, no problem. It's 12 months, 200,000 in credit. You're stuck with me for 12 months. I would like to get you about 10 projects to teach you how to do it. I'll do it with you, for you. We do it together, okay? That's 200,000 in credit. Normally about $44,000. Today it is $12,500. If you Zelle the payment, it's $10,000. You save some more money as well if that was done today. But again, that's up today for you because it's very simple. See, March is where our business always skyrockets up and away. But the first week is actually birthday month for me. So you get a discount now, today. Don't do it. You probably won't get to the $5 million Puppet Master Club, because that's what I think you should get to anyway, but it's up to you. If we play, keep in mind, we have Lawrence in the back right now. If the phone's busy, DM us and share the live. Get all the free books and things today. 800-254-9506. Very simple to do. What do? We look behind the curtain every day. For me, I stay safe and strong and let Jesus do the rest. Amen to that too. That's all I have to do is understand. I'm trying to do my best. Let God do the rest. Amen to that too. The ultimate goal is simple today. And things before, that was fun. All right, seminars all the time, 6 times a week. So in person or online, now you're stuck with me. But on basically TikTok, this is my 15th week. So hopefully between now and the end of the week, we're going to get about 60,000 followers. We're at 50,000 plus right now. There's a number somewhere out there. It's simple what it is. So again, we're at 50,000 followers. I think 53,000. We'll probably have another 7,000 to 10,000 end of the week. We're going to gain pretty fast because guess what? Most of my clients show up and they help you too as well. So we do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. And never forget, at the end of the day, very simple. God loves us all.